Had a good
Okay,
schedule.
welcome everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Labor Day. First of all, thank you guys for taking the time out to come join us, right? Coming to join us on Labor Day. A lot of people are out with family, so, of course, family comes first. But to celebrate Labor Day, we are also going to learn to work smarter. And so by being here, I'm going to share with you guys, some of the takeaways from AmNetCon last year. And maybe some people here that were at the event can also share your experiences, whether you were there virtually or live. Definitely share from if you were there. On this call, normally what we do is everybody that is here, regardless of how new you are, this is a great space to learn about real estate. And one of the things that I do is I love to teach people to teach, right? So by being here tonight, try to listen from that place. If you were to repeat this to somebody that didn't understand or didn't know anything about real estate at all, what parts of tonight's call can you take to add to your repertoire, to add to your toolbox so that you can bring somebody else into this space? Because real estate, and it's not just from me, I believe that real estate is the most powerful vehicle for people to create financial freedom. Also, with all the funds out there, all the institutional funds also consider multifamily as the least risky asset class that they invest in. So a large part of their portfolio, they put it in there. Banks also hold a large part of their assets in multifamily or commercial real estate. Okay, so some of the things that's happening right now in the market, we'll actually talk about that to start this call, but just kind of a little more introduction while people are still joining us. Um, for those of you guys that are brand new that have never been here, I want to welcome you first and just say how grateful I am that you would take the time out to join us. And those of you guys that are returning on every single call, I see you guys. Thank you for always being here, co-creating the space. This is a space that is co-created. Yes, I am doing majority of the talking, but the invitation is always for you guys to chime in and add on to this, whatever is meant to be created here tonight. Okay. So again, for those of you guys just joining, the what we're going to be doing today is we're going to talk a little bit about our takeaways from AIM.com, the real estate conference that we were at last week. A lot of us were there. Also, we will go into why we buy apartments. And then we're going to play a little game, which is really to kind of test to see how if you're paying attention or not. So Nick is going to be formulating the questions as we go. It's just going to be 10 questions. And we keep a leaderboard going. Winner usually at the end of each quarter will get some sort of prize. So far, we've had 3 winners that have won the multifamily mastery course that begins tomorrow. So for those of you guys that don't know or have never even seen it, we've sent out a lot of emails and reminders that this is the last day really to sign up. Well, really tomorrow is, but today is the last day to really take the last full day before the course starts tomorrow. It is a 12-week course of everything that I know about real estate and how I went from 12 units to 800 units in a little bit more than a year. Like how I was able to do that. I'm going to also teach how I was able to raise $10 million. I never thought I could possibly do that. How I went from 500 or 400 Instagram followers to 160,000 and what that meant to capital raising. How to pitch a deal, how to create a pitch deck, how to structure a deal. See, the more you understand, the more pieces of the puzzle that you understand, the better you will be able to create wealth through real estate. Real estate is a fun game because there are thousands of different strategies. Each one that you truly understand, you can put them together to make a deal work. The more you understand the debt side, the more you understand the capital stack side, the more you understand returns, underwriting, operations, all the different strategies, short-term, long-term, refinances, taxes, right? Because you also want to understand how people think. There are people this year, now that we're moving towards the end of the year, that needs to put money in a deal, even if the deal doesn't even make sense. See, for me, I have a strategy session with my CPA coming up. Every single year, I do this. And it's usually towards October or November, almost like the last minutes, like, hey, this is how much money I'm making this year. How much money do I have to put in real estate so I pay no taxes? And I'll share a number right now that isn't a flex or a brag, but it's about what is possible. You know, Brad Sumrock talked about 5 years he has not paid any taxes. Right? He makes 10 million plus a year, probably just from his mastermind. He's got a lot of income that comes in, but he pays no taxes. I'm like, how do you do that? How do, or if you're wondering how you do that, I'll scale it down a little bit to where I'm at. Right? A couple years ago, three years ago, I made $100,000 for the year. And I'm like, okay, I pay no taxes because I'm a real estate professional. How do you become and qualify for a real estate professional? These are all things that if you understand little pieces, it is part of your investment strategy to create financial freedom. This last year, I did about 750,000, and my tax liability, or what I owe to the IRS, actually shows negative 188,000. That is rolled over to this year. That means whatever I make this year, I already have 188,000 that I don't have to pay taxes on. And I do have a bunch of money invested in deals. We're also closing on one deal, maybe two, that's going to give me some more depreciation. But it might not even be enough. Right? I don't know. I have to talk to my CPA. But then if it's not enough, what do I need to do? Either I give money to the IRS, or I have to put my money into a deal that is closing by December 31st. There are thousands of people in my position with more money that they need to invest, right? So kind of on the second half of the year, you run deals, it might be better to have your bigger raises towards the end of the year because people need to put money in there, right? If I get to a point towards December and I don't have a deal to put into, I might put it into a deal that isn't even cash flowing because I rather get it into real estate than to give it to the IRS. One is guarantee loss. The other one is it's a real estate investment. So there are a lot of people that are in my position. So we have to think about that, right? So the more perspectives, the more shoes that you can walk in, the better you can be prepared to do deals. The more information and the more knowledge you have, the less uncertainty when you go into deals, the more confidence you'll also have. Okay, so that's why there are two different ways to learn. One is through your own experiences, and the other one is through other people's experiences. Now, I'm not like way further past any of you guys. Some of you guys know my story. 6 years ago, I was living in a 175 square foot utility closet, owing 450,000, credit score being 400, lost everything in my restaurant venture. I thought it was cool to own 2 restaurants on my college campus, but I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have anything. I didn't even never ran a restaurant before. Decided to open 2, work 17 hours a day, and slowly just kind of, I don't know, lost it all. Ended up losing my restaurant, my car, my house, everything. And within 6 years, because of the information I've learned, I didn't have webinars like this. This is a shortcut of shortcuts. You guys are able to be here to take my knowledge and other people's knowledge and use it as a shortcut. I didn't have that. I just had all the thousands of hours I spent listening to Rich Dad, Poor Dad, listening to Chris Crone, other YouTube channels. It was limited at the time. Now every single person's talking about how great they're doing in real estate. I don't know what's real, what's not anymore. That's the challenge. The challenge today is who the hell do I even listen to? Because there's a million people doing it. So I would focus on the people that you're listening to as well, right? It's not just the information they have, it's who they are, what their values are. How much do you think they're in integrity? And it's very easy. Somebody asked me at AMNACCon, hey, I'm thinking about becoming a GP on this team right here. And they're like, what do you think about this person? I was like, dude, this person gets around. Everybody knows who they are. Ask around. Ask around for the feedback deals that they've done with them and their experience. I was like, it's the same thing. Do your due diligence. So part of real estate is doing your due diligence. Part of making relationships and going into partnerships is doing your due diligence. Okay, how do I tangent off into that? Real estate can be the most powerful vehicle for you if you know how to use it, if you know how to leverage the tax part and everything. So tomorrow, yes, trust but verify. Tomorrow starts our 12-week multifamily mastery program. It's $500. You can come with a buddy, come with a partner, $250 a person. Best to come with a buddy. If you don't have a buddy, I'm sure we can find you one once you're in there as well. A lot of our Legends Mastermind members will be in there. I'm sure they'll be glad to buddy up with you to support you. They're probably a little further down the road, but that's what you're looking for. You're looking for people that are just a little bit ahead of you. They've done a deal. They can walk you through your first deal. They've done 5 deals. They can walk you through 5 deals. Now, it's harder. I'm not saying you can't. I started learning from Grant Cardone, but I quickly realized it was too far of a gap, right? A lot of people coming into his mastermind, and there's nothing bad about it. I'm super grateful of the people I met in his mastermind. I'm super grateful of the things I learned in there. But not everybody learns like that. Majority of the people, things will fly over your head. If you don't understand the basics, you won't even be able to piece out the second half of a conversation. If we're talking about if a deal is good and you don't even understand what cap rates are, and the first word that came out of the somebody's mouth is it's a 4 cap or a 5 cap. If you can't understand that, the rest of the sentence doesn't make sense to you. Right? So we have to build a foundation. Where are you going to learn that? You can learn that anywhere. So tomorrow, I've been putting this course together for like a year. Now, I've said it from the very beginning that my goal is to teach people how to teach. Okay. If you have interest in really learning the game, the best way to learn is to teach. And I'm going to equip you with the slides and everything that you can take in a whiteboard version and brand it yourself. If you're ever running a real estate meetup or anything, you can take any one of these modules. You can watch the replay of when I taught it, and you can go and teach it. Okay, it automatically gives you some sort of authority when you have some information like that. Okay, part of capital raising and doing deals and having people partner with you and trust you with your money is that you can teach them something. And I promise you, in this program, you will learn something that will change your life. Well, if you come with that mindset, with that intention, right? If you come like totally closed off, then it's probably better not to come. But if you have a true desire to learn and add a different way of making, creating income for yourself, like unless you have your passive income, at a certain level, like real estate is where you need to be. Because all active income is kind of the same. They say that every millionaire has 4 or 5 income streams. If all 5 of them are from active income where you have to trade your time for money, it's kind of like the same income. But you got to add, passive income in there, or investment income, let's call it. Investment income is kind of in between active and passive, where you're really investing and trading your time for an opportunity. On this call, you will have a chance to meet new people. I hope that you will hear something, maybe one sentence, one phrase, one word somewhere in here that will be like, okay, this is what I get to do. Right. So if you guys are, paying attention, listen and ask yourself one question is, tomorrow, what am I going to do differently? based on what I'm listening to on this call, tomorrow, what am I going to do differently? That's the only way to create change. That you have to change something that you're doing, or you have to add something that you're doing, or take away something that you're doing. If you do the same thing, the results will be the same. Okay, so let's go with some takeaways from AimNetCon. For those of you guys that were there, I know some of you guys were there and I met you guys there. What was your biggest takeaway, whether it be networking, somebody that you met, somebody that you heard, something that you heard? What were some life-changing moments? Whoever was there, feel free to share. And if not, Nick, what about you?
I was just gonna say, I think breaking out of my comfort shell and talking to more people was definitely a big takeaway I had. And like being able to promote myself because we haven't been at a conference in a long time and just like seeing all the work we've done, like seeing it pay off and like a lot of people already knew who we were, even if we never introduced ourselves. I think that was, really cool to see. And I met a lot of cool people. A lot of people joined my program, and it was just fun to be able to like talk about something I was passionate about, and like for it to be so easy because I'm a pretty introverted person. And when we go there, it's just it feels really easy to do.
Yeah. A lot of people say that. They say, hey, I'm introverted. I'm like, yeah, up to this point. Because if you got something exciting to talk about, you're passionate about it, you're going to want to share with people. And when you step into something that you're passionate about and you're talking about it, and people are like, oh yeah, and they're receiving what you're saying, you will instantly not be introverted anymore. So people always use that I'm an introvert as an excuse, but if you have that, remove that. There are times that you are not introverted, and don't let that be something that's holding you back. So Nick, you definitely at the event, even though you may think you're introverted, you're not. You were very outwardly focused. I mean, we were at a meetup with 150 people, and there was people surrounding you while you were on a laptop at a meetup at a bar. What? So
I know it
yeah.
was it was super cool. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there was like 150 people there, and I was just sitting outside with my laptop and
Yeah.
teaching people about CRMs and marketing. It was fun.
Yeah. Cool. So those of you guys that want to learn secrets to social media, Nick runs a $20 a month uh program that they meet once a week. Freaking life changing for a lot of people already, and it's like the fourth session. So you guys can reach out to Nick, check it out. You can put your link in there, Nick, if you want to. Who else got some takeaways from AimNetCon? Whoever was there.
Yeah, I really resonated with what you said about being like an introvert, right? Because I definitely feel that way as well. But being in a space where people are so like-minded and so passionate about something like this, it's just all the limiting beliefs of being an introvert just kind of fade away, you know? And getting to meet so many great people as well, like Tim Mai, I finally met Alex in person, Nick, and all these super big operators. It's just super fun and so enjoyable to be around them. So yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. And you were great. I'm glad that we met there and we hung out. We knew each other before. We actually first played video games together. When me and Max met, we were playing video games. And then and then I'm like, whoa, you're part of this group, you're part of that group. Like we start to connect the dots. And then when we get there and meet in person, it was awesome.
Yeah.
So you're doing amazing. And I'm just gonna say, just keep it up.
Will
Keep it
do.
up, keep doing what you're doing. Consistency and discipline is the biggest part to creating success.
Yeah.
Most people can't do it. So good job. Let's
Hi
see.
guys.
Anybody? Yeah.
Alex, what's
Hey.
up, man?
Hey, it was great meeting you guys at the
What's up,
meetup as
everybody?
well.
What's
So,
up, guys?
What's up, man? Hey, it's good to see everybody on here. Nick, Alex, what's up?
Hey, hey.
But yeah, and it was really good. Networking was amazing to go there and also to see other like-minded individuals there. I thought that was really important. To also learn about multifamily. It's something new for me, so to be able to get the knowledge of it and because I mean we have a few multifamily units, so it's good to learn as much as I can just so I can better and invest more into it. It's something that I want to get more involved with into it. So it was a great event. I'm grateful for it, and I'm grateful for networking and meeting you guys, and so it was huge. It was cool. I enjoyed it.
Awesome. It was super cool to hang with you guys. And we hung out multiple times throughout the weekend. That was great. Why do we go to these conferences? Why do we go to these Zoom meetups? Like so many people you meet on these Zooms that you'll see over and over again, the people that keep showing up, right? You'll see them as a little box on a screen. Like people see Nick in person. They're like, dude, Nick, you're way taller and way bigger than I thought. It's cool because you get to meet people on Zoom first. And then we go to these conferences. Not only do we get our minds nourished with new information, we also get to meet each other in person. Like we never know what's going to be created. Like what is going to come from this relationship. And I'll give you one tip from me is whenever I meet somebody new, what I focus on is what can we do together? I'm always listening. I'm listening to what can we do together and where can I connect you? Who can I connect you with? See, my focus is like, how do I be in service to your problem? That's a discipline that is cultivated and trained in the mind. Because most of the times, and I get this all the time because my email and my social media goes out and reaches out to people, and then we connect and then we get on a Zoom call, and immediately someone goes into, oh, I got a deal, I got this offer, I got this stuff. I mean, this is the first time we're talking and you're bombarding me and trying to sell me. This is not a connection, right? So the focus, the training to do that, to focus outwardly on how to be in service and how to contribute to others. It's so important that in networking that we focus on that. Even though we have our own agendas, what do I need? I need money. I need somebody to fund this deal. I need somebody to sign on to this deal. I need to raise capital. I really need to do this. But the first time meeting somebody is not the time to do it. Okay, so that's just one quick tip on that. Go ahead, Frazier. It was good seeing you and meeting you there too, man.
It was great meeting you as well. I mean, it got me here, and that's to me is a big step forward. I Pete Vargas, looking to see what that is, that one thing that's holding you back, and really thinking on it. And it took. I can speak to almost anyone. I don't have a problem with that. I like to talk. I don't know why. But I had to look deep inside what my biggest thing that was holding me back was. And, I realized it's not being here, like being in the United States. I'm from Canada. So that's kind of been my focus now to do that, to find the right pathway down here so I can be closer to my daughter, but also to help the people. Because I heard a lot of people talk about contractors and plumbers, and as a plumber contractor, I related to that and was able to say, hey, if you got an issue, you've got something, a problem, you need a second set of eyes. I don't know all the codes cross border, but I'm sure that my insight could be helpful. And I helped, I know at least one or two people got some good information from me, and I didn't ask anything from them. I just wanted to just genuinely help. That's all I wanted. And I've always been that way in my in my plumbing too, like my company that I own, I try to help people resolve the issue that they have.
Yeah.
So this is a step further by getting this knowledge and becoming part of the the course that you're doing. That's going to help me a lot, I think, to turn things around.
Awesome. Yeah. And you mentioned Pete Vargas. Like what a presentation he put on. I've seen him speak so many times, but not like this. Right. And this is why I constantly go to meetups and I constantly go to conferences, because not every single conference will I have life-changing moments. But some of them I will. Not every one of these calls will you have this clarity and this aha moment, but some of these you will. And that's why you come, right? That's why we go to these things. And also it's to train our mind. We have to feed our mind. It's like we go to the gym, like we work out biceps or we work out chest. But it's not like, let me just work it out once. Now that I know how to bench or how to curl, I don't got to do it anymore. Right? Your muscles will get smaller, and the discipline. See, there's two things that happen. Either procrastination happens or your discipline happens. And procrastination will always overtake discipline if discipline isn't being practiced. So you're feeding your mind every day. What am I feeding my mind? So Pete Vargas, he did. I mean, I think I'm there learning about real estate, learning about how to be a better presenter, and listening to Pete Vargas. But you know what I got out of that one? I need to talk to my sister more and my mom. I need to be a part of their lives more. That's what I got out of it. I called my sister. I was like, listen, I'm going to be FaceTiming you guys more often. I want to be a part of my niece's life, once a week. If I forget, like, just make sure you reach out to me too. But this is my intention. I let her know my intention. And I called my mom. I had a vulnerable talk with my mom. Like, listen, I want us to be more loving. And she, usually we talk about my investments and money and stuff and whatever. But she shared with me that, she feels like she's the one that created the context in our family not to be close, not to hug, not to say I love you, and be okay with distance and not talking for months at a time. And she shared that. And she's like, I wish I didn't do that. Right? Like, there's so much that was opened up just from being at that event. Maybe that's the most life-changing thing that could have possibly happened for me. But I had to take action on what I learned. So that's why I said, for everyone that is here, write down, what are you going to do tomorrow that is different? Like, what are you going to step into? Because obviously, wherever we are, not that it's not good enough, but Jim Rohn's one of the best things I hear in my mind all the time. If you could do better, you should. If you can make more money, you should. But never at the sacrifice of something that you say is more important. Right? So you never sacrifice your family for work and things like that, but you got to know your priorities. So for me, I realized, man, I've been so busy for the last 6, 7, 8 months that I forgot to talk to my mom. And Pete Vargas was like, Pete Vargas and Nick, the one without the arms and the legs. Right? I mean, they said, how dare you? How dare you? Right? Some of the things we take for granted, like, how dare we? And it was a reminder. We went to a real estate conference, and that's one of the biggest things I took away from it. The best connection that I made was with somebody that shared with me her last moments with her partner before he passed away from cancer. Like, I felt like we were connected on a soul level. So that was, it's about the relationships. Real estate and all these things will come, but we do want to roll into that. But this is just something I want to share, that it's not always about what you think it's going to be about. That's why we come to these things. That's why we meet new people. And at the end of this call, we're going to break you guys out into rooms of 6 where you have a chance to meet somebody that could be the key to the next chapter of your life. Could be, if you let it. If you allow people to touch you in that way, to touch you, to impact you. But okay, go ahead, Hawk.
Hey, what's up, Alex? Hey, I got
What
another person I invited on here tonight. I want to shout her out, Tam. Tam, say hi to everyone.
Tam, where's Tam? Oh,
Hello. Hi. Hi.
hello, welcome.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
joining. So Tam, this is the Legends Equity Group. This is our Monday night rookie roundtable. So you're gonna learn a lot about multifamily in a short amount of time. So I want you to ask questions, connect with people on here, and these are the guys gonna get you to the next level.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, me and my partner, we've been looking at some multifamilies before you, Mike, before you messaged us. Tia's here too, but she's just like she's here, but she's not here. She can hear what's going on. So
Cool. All right. No.
Awesome. Well, man, welcome all of you guys. Look, this is exactly how we grow a community and how we come together and be able to do deals together. Multifamily is an amazing game because we get to come together and syndicate and buy things that we wouldn't be able to do ourselves. We get to form relationships and partner with one another. And in relationships, we will truly find and see ourselves. And if you bring people onto these calls, what happens is you start to go on a journey together. The conversation and the communication starts to change because you guys witness something together. You guys are here. Hey, remember that thing that was talked about on the rookie roundtable? Now it opens up a new conversation. And then it also gives the person that you brought on an opportunity to meet other amazing people that are in this community. When we break out into rooms, like I've seen so many connections that happen from these Monday night calls. Oh crap. That when people go to the events live, they're like, oh my God, I've seen you on this call. I've seen you on this call. If not anything, you'll get at least a direction of where to go also. Right? People here can point you in the right direction, connect you with the right person. Our problem is never what we think it is. Our problem is just simply we don't have the right ideas or the right person to help us solve that problem. It's always a people problem, a person problem. One person changes your entire life. So here we have 44 people. 43. Sorry, my AI kind of counts as a person, I guess. The 43 people that can possibly all make life-changing things happen. Go ahead, Brandon. Welcome, brother.
Hey, thanks, Alex. Hey, man, it's always a pleasure to be on your calls. I just want to share a little bit of wisdom since what you're talking about, like the opportunity to collaborate and create a community and to be around people who are, working towards a similar goal. I think I've learned a long time ago, don't take it for granted because I talk to a lot of people in the industry because I want to learn like who has offerings, what are their offerings. And the reality is you can go be a part of all sorts of different groups. And I think I told Alex this before. I'm just drawn to it because I resonate with the story. And it's also very heart-centered. I'm very much about being heart-centered in business. Like it has to feel right. And so I don't know. I just felt like sharing that, like, he was talking about taking things for granted. Like, don't take for granted that you have this ability to show up to this group. And I've been a part of a lot of other groups before, some that I've paid thousands and thousands of dollars for. And the reality is you're going to get out what you put in. And so you just have to, just show up and deliver value for people, and connect with people in an authentic way. Like Alex said, it's not all about it's not just all about me, because there's no authentic connections in that. one thing that I've been reflecting on that it's almost like gut wrenching to me. It's like, man, I've met so many people, even like, because I moved out to Arizona when the crash hit. So I was networking with everybody I could in the last 10 years around real estate. And I know some of the really, some of the guys who ended up becoming really big, raising a lot of money, doing really big deals. And I was kind of thinking to myself, man, um, I've done some deals here and there. I feel like I've achieved some level of success, but why do you see some guys who like skyrocket? And like even Alex talked about, like what you did in a year still blows my mind, because I'm kind of like where you are before that. I'm at like 14 doors, and I'm like, I understand syndication and money raising, but it's not clicking in my head. It's not really my thing. It kind of scares me to take investor money, but I know that at a certain point in real estate, if you want to scale, you have to take investor money as long as you're a good operator. So I'm kind of going all over the place, but I just wanted to say that, like, no matter what level you're at, is that there's always going to be somebody at the next level. And then there's always going to be somebody that has, some need for the value that you have the ability to bring. So, I just want to say that. And then also, like, I really appreciate you having the community calls where, people who I like, I'm not invested. I didn't buy into your programs, but, I'll look at your the multifamily mastery. That's a good deal. That's probably one of the best deals that I've seen, just because it's very affordable. But I would say just the fact that you're allowing people who have an interest to show up, that's very valuable. So I want to thank you for that. And because I do belong to other communities, and we kind of like backed off from it because it wasn't multifamily focused. It was focused on a lot of other parts of real estate. And so I felt a void, and this really filled that void. So I just want to thank you for that, and also deliver that value to your community.
Yeah, well, appreciate it. Thank you for sharing. This is what the community is about, right? It's not like it's my community. Everybody can get equal value out of this community if you show up, if you contribute. This is not like by building this community, everybody has a chance to step into some sort of leadership and do something. And in the community, like, human beings are tribally wired. Okay, tribally wired, but we are conditioned by schools to focus on individual achievements. But we are tribally wired. Okay, we do better and we perform better in groups with people's energies. When more people are clapping for you, giving you words of affirmation, you can do things a lot better. You call forward and call forth the best version of yourself when people believe in you, and the vice versa is true. When you see people in that way, you see the best version of somebody else, they can also show up that way. So I appreciate you being here and shedding some light. And this is how easy it is for you to get known, right? I mean, you don't have to pay $50,000 to be a part of a mastermind. Yes, it probably can give you some, accelerate your growth a little bit. But on these calls, there's a lot of free calls out there, right? Find the right one, be a part of the right community, get your state. Like, every one of us has something to give, something of value to offer to a team. I found that very quickly that, okay, people have an issue raising capital. And also, I'm so confident in my real estate skills that I know if I join a team, it's going to be very valuable. They will see my value. Like, I have that level of confidence. That's why I was able to go that fast, but also because I know I can raise money. I went into it knowing I had $700K behind me, that people were going to invest in deals. Now, that didn't happen overnight. It took time, right? It took time for me to build that up. Now, real estate, kind of multifamily, will kind of go like this, and I'll show a chart in our program, but it goes flat for a while, and then it kind of shoots up. It's like the compounding effect. All true success follows that line right there. Okay, it goes flat for a while. You put a lot of work in, you hit a bunch of walls. You want to quit, but you get through. And then all the work you put in, all of a sudden, the compounding effect of every day that you put in the work, it shoots up. And then all of a sudden, you're like, damn, how did I generate 8-figure, real estate, how do I amass 8 figures of real estate assets in that time frame? It's because you put in the work. Never ever will any of the knowledge I know and the experiences I've had ever be taken away from me. Doesn't matter what happens outside. I always know I'm going to be able to sell. I always know I'm going to be able to do real estate, investing, connecting with people, right? My network just continues to grow bigger and bigger every day, and it makes a big difference. So being here, this could be the start of that for you, or maybe the catalyst to help you grow something much bigger. Nick said it. He used the community we've built and springboarded, created a little program. I told them, I'm like, look, create irresistible offers. Everything's got to be irresistible. It's a no-brainer. That's why I have so much confidence in anything that I say, like, hey, join this, because it's incredibly cheap. This is an irresistible offer. I would do it over and over and over again if it was positions were reversed. But I promise you, like, in this course, people are going to be like, damn, this is like $5, $10, $50,000 worth of materials, especially getting something that you can go and white label and go sell on your own and present it somewhere else. Huge. All right. So yeah, just and then for anybody that wants to be a part of the online community, you can scan this QR code right here and just and be a part of it. We have it's literally the manifestation of the vision of Legends community group, like tangible in a community. So it's called legends.community. You can go www.legends.community. It's a great, I'm impressed by all the people that helped put it together. It's not just me. Okay. So a little bit more about real estate now, and feel like anybody that feel like sharing, if an idea comes to your mind and you're like, ooh, this could be a great part for me to share, just raise your hand and contribute to this conversation. Okay. If you have questions, anything, raise your hand and we can do it. I'm going to go for like about 10 minutes or so right now, maybe less, just why we invest in real estate. What are some of the benefits of it? I'm just going to put it into perspective why we do real estate, okay, versus everything else. Probably I need less than 5 minutes to do this. But if you double, okay, it's very easy. I would say fairly easy. You can almost trip and fall and learn along the way and make double the income or double your investment in 5 years. Okay, very simply put, $100,000 property. If you're going to buy a $100,000 property, cost you $20,000 to buy. Okay, let's say along the way you didn't make any cash flow. You just made mistake after mistake after mistake. 5 years later, is this property worth $120,000? Is that like a very feasible thing, that this property did nothing to it? It's now worth $120,000 in 5 years. We know it's probably going to be way more than that. But you put $20,000 down. The property now is worth 120 grand. You've doubled your money in 5 years. If you take, okay, let's do the math real quick together. If you take $100,000, you're like, this is all I got, and I'm just going to invest into real estate for 40 years. Okay. Instead of doing the 401k plan and any other plan, maybe you might be a little bit older and you're like, whoa, I don't want to do 40 years. But if you can teach this to somebody else, you can accelerate this path a lot faster. If you take 100,000, okay, you double it in 5 years, that's 200,000. So that's 5 years. Now in another 5 years, on your 10th year, you double that to 200,000. That's 400,000. Okay, now year 15, you double it again. That's 800,000. Year 20, you double it. That's 1.6 million. Year 25, 3.2 million. Year 30, 6.4 million. Year 35, 12.8 million. Year 40, 25.6 million. That's we just showed a very simple example of how real estate can double in 5 years. So how come everybody is not doing this? Why do we put it into 401k for 40 years And hopefully we retire with $400,000. We're happy with 400,000, not 26.8 million. That's the potential of just real estate. If you were just doubling every 5 years and you did nothing else, you didn't accelerate it, you didn't put any more money in there. You took your 100K and just kept putting into real estate. 40 years later, $25.6 million or 26.8, whatever that number was. I think everybody can retire with $26.8 million. It's a very, just to put into perspective. Okay, I'm not saying this is it's easy and you're not gonna hit any bumps along the road, or the market isn't gonna turn on you. But 5 years, double your money. Right? You can do it passively or you can do it actively. Doing it active allows that time frame to shorten. It's no longer 5 years, maybe it's 2, maybe it's 1. That's the whole game you're playing in real estate. Is how many times can I double my money? And then maybe you're like, I got another 100K. I need to do it faster. Let me put another 100. I start another journey with 100. So now you got 200 working for you, growing, producing babies. $26.8 million. 25.6, sorry. 25.6. Let's say you get a 5. Now you're like, okay, you know what? I'm done. I'm done with real estate. I'm going to get rid of everything. I'm going to put it into a CD or a government bond or something that's just going to guarantee me 5% returns. Your salary is $1.28 million a year passive without any risk. There's no more upsides. You're not playing real estate anymore. I'm not saying to stop, but you're not playing any real estate anymore. 1.28 million a year. This breaks this is a generational chain breaker right there. If you can't do it right now, make sure your kids start doing it. The companies and the government is going to try to get them into stupid 401ks and IRAs and all of those. It is a trap. Okay, you put your money into those things. These big Wall Street is playing with it. Right? I think, Robert Kiyosaki mentioned, he's like, pensions are completely gone. This is why the country is in trouble, because the pension's gone. And the United States' greatest asset is student loans. $1.8 trillion in student loans. That's America's greatest asset, is debt. So every one of us has to learn to use debt to grow wealth. The US is growing debt faster than you can possibly save money. You got to learn to play the game. It's late. The rules are laid out for you. You never have to pay taxes playing real estate because the government wants you to be in real estate. It's a way to be in contribution to society, to the growth of the nation. Businesses, they want you to be in businesses. This is why business owners and real estate, they give you so much tax advantages. You never have to pay taxes. One of the things that I learned from Grant Cardone is if you can't write it off on your taxes, don't buy it. But you can literally justify buying anything. That's the funny part. If you got a business I can justify getting a haircut every single week off of my taxes, because part of what I do to generate money is I speak on Zoom, I speak on stages, I speak in other people's podcasts. I need my hair to look good, so I can go get a haircut every week and put it on and write it off on taxes. My CPA was like, "Yep, you can. That's your business." So whatever you want to buy, you can write it off. Okay, so this is the power of understanding all these things. So real estate gives you appreciation. We just saw it. We just talked about it, doubling every 5 years. Cash flow, 5% cash flow. Passive income, right? How much passive do you need to have to quit your job? That's a number you should write down. Is it 4,000? Is it 7,000? Is it 50,000? Okay. If you have a goal, every single day, there's only two things happening. Okay, if you take nothing away from this call, remember this. Only two things are ever happening. You're going towards your goal or you're going away from your goal. You can't even stay still. I would like to think that being on this call, you're moving towards your goal, whatever that's going to be. You have the opportunity. Okay, you're moving either towards it or you're away. There is nothing in between. Everything in between is confusion, and we don't need that. We need clarity. We need certainty. So whatever your goal is, what's the financial freedom number for yourself? $7,000 a month? Okay. Everything I do, every minute of my day, am I moving a little bit closer or further? I don't know what the right answer is for you, but to consciously think about that will move you forward. All right. So that is, I got 4 more minutes before we play the game. But anybody want to share anything? I didn't really have a speaker or anything on this call. I just wanted to really off the cuff on this call today. I felt inspired this whole week, so wanted to share that energy with you guys.
I just wanted to share what I always share on these Monday night calls because they're so important, so special to me that I've been a business owner for 16 years, and a few months ago I was in really bad shape, getting ready to close my doors. And on a Monday night call in a breakout room, I met what is now my business partner and turned everything around. And Sylvius, I know you're on this call, and I wanted to thank you for just being there, for just showing up out of nowhere, and it's just something so amazing, and it could only be like God sent. So stay on for the rest of this call and breakout rooms, and this could change your life or change your business.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. I've seen so many of that. People are like, "Oh my God, I met you in Alex, I met this person in your Monday night breakout room." You know, we should have a session that we just keep breaking people out nonstop. Like instead of just doing it once, just have no speaking. I'm not going to say anything. We just come in and just bam, bam, bam. I had a vision of a 24-hour breakout room, 24-hour networking room.
Dude, we were talking about this last year, remember?
I know. It'd be great. At any point, anybody can just hop into a Zoom or hop into whatever and just be like, oh, assigned to a room. You're now meeting somebody new. That'd be so cool. We should create an app.
That's what we were talking about. I think we should do it. I think it's a genius idea.
Okay, great. So now that you
talk
guys
to
are
that one
witnesses to
friend.
the idea, who can make it happen? Let's go.
Alex, we already know who can make it happen. 10%, remember?
Oh, right. We got somebody.
Yeah,
Okay,
don't you
cool.
have a app that you just sent us a link to? The Legends community app?
Yeah, so that's
They're gonna use
growing, but I'm
Zoom.
saying like an actual like online, we can get people to be in rooms and just always be matched up.
I think
That's
it's a
a
good
good
idea.
You can just meet somebody brand new every time. The community is going to be great. There's a lot of things to do on there. We have, you know, you can learn the AI on there. You can learn social media. We have the deal tank. We this call will now be also a community on there. A lot of different courses. And if people have workshops and things they want to share, right? Like just let me know if it's in alignment to where we're going and what we're doing, then we can figure out how you can lead and run a community on there. Right. So, you know, community building is a great skill to learn, and I will teach it. What else? So, Nick, did you write down some questions? Do we even have quiz questions? If not, we can just have
There's
people do breakout
13
rooms.
quiz questions. They're all over the place, but I think it'll be fun.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. And there are three just general Labor Day questions. I want to see where everyone is.
Okay,
But
well, make it fast because I want to get this game done. Can we get this
it's
game
ready.
done in 10 minutes?
It's done. Yeah. Well, we speed. Everyone just got to be
Drop the
fast.
link.
All right.
We got it.
Drop the link. If you want to participate, you know, we're going to give everybody 3 minutes to be able to log into this thing. It's very, very fast. You click the link, you put your name and your email address, and then you're part of this game that we're going to play.
All right, there are 12 questions.
12 questions. Okay. Don't make them too long. Just make them like 30 seconds. People got to answer.
Yeah, we're doing we're going to do the speed round.
The speed round. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's better than the original 30 question.
The
Okay, I
original
will
one.
also be sharing my screen, so if you're not playing, you can watch it at least. But if you are playing, don't look at my share screen, look at your own screen. And then after that, we will do 1 or 2 if we have time, breakout rooms. Okay, so there it is. Brightful.me room, whatever. Open it.
Get ready, guys, because these questions are so specific because there weren't a lot of quiz
5:02, we're gonna
questions
get
to get.
started. Wait, I'm in here as a host.
Oh yeah, Alex, remember you got to sign in with a different link
Oh
or
my
a different
God.
email.
How do I
This is
sign
this
out?
is this is probably one of the hardest quizzes, personally.
Oh no.
Well, I mean, I was grasping at
I'm just
straws.
gonna take a break right now then, all right?
No. You guys got it. It's a memory game.
All right.
You got this.
You guys got this. Alex, I want to see how good you do. Let's go, guys. We got 14 people so far. 15.
I'm coming.
The
I'm coming.
link is in
Boom.
chat.
Okay, I'm gonna share my screen.
Nobody
you're
cheat
playing
off
the
Alex,
game,
though. If you're playing the
don't
game, make
cheat.
sure you're on Chrome or whatever browser you're using, not on Alex to share screen, because he won't be able to click. Andrea, are you hopping on the trivia?
1 more minute. Andrew's there.
Oh, is she?
Hey, T and
The
Tam,
game.
join in.
Yeah. You may or may not be one of the questions.
The,
Oh, yeah.
the real game is to beat Andrea because she's a very fast clicker.
Do you see it? I don't see it. Oh, there she
Trying
is.
to
Never
log
mind.
in.
She's number 7.
Let's go, y'all. We got 20 seconds before we start this.
24 people. Fine, I believe in you.
He's got to click the link. Oh, wait, is Olu in here? Because Olu is one of the leaders of the leaderboard, right?
Olu is up
Close.
top. Yeah.
Olu's one of the leaders. Come on,
Alex,
Olu, let's get you in
I don't
here.
think you can be dethroned because you
I'm
have to be
trying
on
to
every call.
log on through my computer, and my computer is not on. So
Oh no.
please, can you post the link again?
Yep, I just posted it again. Do you see it?
Okay, let's see. Oops.
Sent it again.
Let's see. Oh yes.
I'm excited for this one because this was
Is this
tricky.
speed and accuracy or just accuracy?
This is speed and accuracy. The questions are short, but you got to pay attention for them. There
And
wasn't.
you get a little bonus thing at the bottom too. You can do like double points and things like that. So
Oh,
how
I don't know
fast
how
you
to
click
use
the right
this
answer
one.
counts.
There are 3 random Labor Day questions scouted through, so not something Alex talked about, but trivia about Labor Day. There are
Oh
12.
no.
There are 12 total questions.
Okay. Great. Let's do a 10-second countdown for people to join.
Did Olu get in? Oh, she's in.
Yes,
Perfect. All
Olu's
right,
in. And Ryan's
27
in
people are
too.
here. All right. 5.
10.
All right,
Okay.
you got this, Alex. You want to do it?
No, you do it.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5, 1.25, 1, 0. Okay, we're starting. All right, so you get points based off how fast you answer and how many questions correct you have in a row. That's your answer streak.
And there's bonus power-ups, right? You
There
get
are
like one.
power-ups at the bottom of your screen. All righty.
Power up.
There's like delete 2 questions, get to guess twice, and like double points. They're at the bottom of your screen, under the question choices. Or the
All right.
answer
For anyone
choices.
that is just hopping in, we're having some fun right now. Every call we should have fun. We're playing a game. Nick came up with the questions. I don't know them, so I'm part of the
Alrighty.
game.
Good luck, everyone. Make sure hit OK. Those are the power-ups you get. So They should be at the bottom of your screen. Make sure you are on your Chrome and not on Alex's share screen. You shouldn't see your cursor moving around if you're not moving it.
59 in
Two
the game.
people.
You guys can
Joanna,
see me.
Sheriff. Alrighty, I'm gonna skip you guys. Hopefully you're here. Starting off easy, all right.
I hope you don't have any long questions.
There are not any long questions on here, actually. They're all
Is
pretty
there any
short.
math? Do we need
There's
our
no math.
calculator?
There's no math. I think this is the first quiz. There will be no controversial questions. I'm gonna put it out there. I proofread this. Wow. Some people use their double points. I think that's a good question to use it on. It's a pretty simple one. It is Labor Day, so
Shit.
take your best guess.
I just see a glowing dot.
Um,
How did I only get 0.5 for that?
hmm.
You should have your Jeopardy music going, Nick.
I know I should be playing Jeopardy in the background. You have the share screen, Alex, though. You have to be playing it. Oh wow, 2 Labor Day questions in a row. Or not in a row. But
First Labor Day parade. All right, all right.
I didn't want to for sure because it was my hometown.
Alex, that was a strategic use of points right there. Or of power-ups.
Man,
Where is your
Roberto's
power-up
killing
buttons?
us.
I don't know. No,
Nick, the bonus streak and the double down counts together. They're not
Really?
separate. Yeah.
Interesting.
and
All
and
right.
Nick, where's the power-up buttons in here?
It should be
At the
all the way
bottom
at the
of your
bottom of
screen.
your screen.
I
When
don't
the
see-
questions play. Like look for the
Oh.
next question, you should see it at the bottom. Roberto, you're in
Okay.
first place without power-ups or on third? That's
Well.
impressive.
See my
Yeah, man.
power up right there, Nick?
Yeah, it should be at the bottom past all the answer choices. It says use a power-up.
Don't talk to people because you're shy. All right, we're halfway there.
Halfway there, guys. Alex has got himself into first place. Roberto is not far behind. It's a race for first.
Was it Andrew that requested us not to talk during the questions last
No, no,
week?
no, no. It was that one lady that was on the call. I forget her name.
Oh, wow.
Oh, did you get it wrong, Roberto?
Yeah.
Oh,
What the hell? I'm gonna
Ooh.
get you. Yeah, look at
Donna
oh,
coming
shoot.
in.
That
What?
brought me
What?
right to number 8. Holy crap.
Oh,
Dun dun dun.
good one. Ah,
He
that's a good
even
question,
shouted
Nick.
them out again. Thank you, thank you. Some of them are pretty good, I have to say.
How many more questions there? 4 more questions. What?
Wow.
What?
Donna and Max.
They're using their double at this point. I used my Nas too soon. Vin Diesel would not be proud.
Alex, you gotta be fast with those.
Dude, I think my computer is slow or something. Or I read slow. Something's a problem here. It's not giving me max points.
Come on.
Come on, Max. Come on, Donna. Just need you guys to get an answer. How are you guys so fast? I'm about to get dropped out of top 3.
I
Which
still have a
one?
red dot.
Oh God. You tricked me, Nick. You gave a double no thing. Oh my God.
I'm calling foul on that one, all right? I'm definitely calling a foul on that one.
Which is not a benefit of economies of scale is a benefit.
I know,
All
know,
3
but
of them
I
are
don't know. I
benefits.
thought,
Oh
oh my
man.
God.
Foul.
I'm defending my question on that one.
Well, I'm stuck with a red dot. I don't know what happened.
You
That's
might
it.
have to hit like refresh or something.
I might kick you out, but
We're basically on our last question though.
yes. Last question, guys.
Oh man, Max.
Of course, I got that one right.
My headphones died.
Man, I don't keep up with all the Labor Day stuff.
Lost it.
It's an easy one to finish off the round.
That's a good one. I'm glad you wrote that one down.
I had another one. It was what were the first 3 letters in the quote in your virtual background, but I guess it got deleted. Or the first 3 words.
Oh, that's a good one.
Alex
Giovanna,
jinxed
if you can write that quote down, whatever it was, procrastination, something. Oh my God.
I have it saved.
Accurate, Donna.
Kyle.
Go.
Kyle.
That was
Who are the winners? Kyle, Max, Donna. Man.
Wow, that was a close game.
All right, all right.
Question,
That
Nick.
was fun.
Can you use those power-ups more than once?
No, you can
No.
only use each power up once.
Yeah,
All right,
they
so
Still
okay, remember these scores get added up and there is a leaderboard. You know, like first place gets 5 points, second place gets 3 points. It's like Mario Kart. Whoever played Mario Kart before, it gets added up week to week, and at the end of the quarter, usually we will have a prize for the top 3 places.
Maybe 4,
Okay.
because Alex are always in first.
Oh yeah, so I don't count obviously, but you know, I just want to see if you know I can win. But I can't even get in top 3 today.
I think we got some new leaderboard spots with Kyle
We
and
do.
Max.
So Nick, can you post the link to the multifamily mastery course? I just want to make sure everybody like knows that this is it. Last day. It starts tomorrow. I probably will never run another one of these live again because it's 12 weeks. It's live. It's going to be, you guys are the beta group that we will do this together, and it will be recorded and turned into a evergreen product afterwards. So one and only time that I will run through this live. Okay. It is Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Preferably come with a partner. Accountability buddy is great. If you don't have an accountability buddy because it's so last minute, we will find you somebody on the Legends Mastermind team. It'll be fun. Okay.
Hey,
So
and Tam,
Nick just posted the link.
sign up. This is, if you want to learn multifamily, sign up. I got you.
Yeah, this is everything that I learn, and it's not just like multifamily. Okay, there's so much mindset that goes into it. How to do multifamily is 5 to 10% of the game. Your mindset, all of that is 90% of the game. Okay, I promise you. It's like anything else in life. Okay, Nick is going to send you guys out into rooms of 5 or 6 probably, Nick, because some people might just not even like be here and might not even join into the rooms. I need to get in the game. Yeah, man, get in the game. That's the only way you can even play and win is to play.
Hey, Alex, that's one of my guys too, Roy. I invited him as well.
All right.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Ryan, I'll send you a link for Legends.
Yeah. Okay,
Hey,
so
Alex.
the rooms are broken out. Go out and did you open it, Nick?
The rooms are open.
The rooms are open. So, icebreaker questions, real quick. Oh, all right, never mind. What's your special power? What are you gonna do tomorrow? That's different.
By recording.